Hello and welcome. I am Briana and this is my life on paper, and I am playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem. The hop is on the last Friday of the month, and usually we get a sketch, not a sketch, we get a layout to lift, which gives me a very good something to copy. This time we got a recipe. So the recipe would be messy ink, no pattern paper, and stamping. So for the messy inking on the background, I have these inks that are Twisted Citron Distress Oxide, that Mustard Seed Distress Oxide, and Spiced Marmalade Oxide. And then I thought if I messy kind of bring those either this way or this way, probably this way, horizontal. Then for splatters, I can use these. Now these aren't exact colors, although this one is gonna be pretty close, but it's shimmery. So this one is Dilution Shimmer Spray, Fresh Lime. This one is just gonna give a different depth of color. So it's a coral, it's Abandoned Coral. And I'm hoping with the orange and the coral, that'll have a nice look to it. And then I got it, with the mustard seed is gonna be this Dilution Shimmer Spray in Pure Sunshine. And this is gonna be shiny, glittery, or not glittery, shimmery. So I think that'll look good. Then the plan for the stamping, and you know, plans always change, but I grabbed a couple stamps, and what I was thinking is that in this Midnight Cath and Pooler, I could take these stamps, and these are Ellie's Studio, and stamp these out. I do have a Bo Bunny stamp, kind of mixed media, as well as one from Amazon that I can use if needed as well. This is from Simple Stories 2022, Let's Get Crafty. I will not be using the crafty sides, but I kind of like the colors to go with the orange, green, and yellow. So this might be something I use. I have some Simple Stories titles that I might be using, and then some Vicky Bouton mini cards and envelopes. Don't know, but I wanted to use the sketch. It's yesterday's sketch. It's not from today, but it is from Thursday, and that's from Scrapping Reflections. Sandie is State Goddess on YouTube, and you can see listed below who's playing along, but she's putting out a sketch a month that she's playing along with. So it's got clusters of things. So I'm thinking this is a little bit brighter, but it might go along with the colors too. I think this was Paper Studio. Here's some more Vicky Bouton, and then I have some various, this is Vicky Bouton, some various Simple Stories here, as well as one Nicole Jones 911 printable in orange that says food. So the pictures are, my husband and myself had a vacation to Florida, and this is a place that we ate at, so I'm using those. So what I'm gonna do is speed you up and let you know what I'm doing. So it is Follow a Sketch February. That is with Scrapbook Reflections. I always forget to say that. So I start off with my inks and pulling them across the page. I'm not a good random person, but I think I like the way this turned out, so I had a couple tries of it. And then I used the sprays just to get some splatters along those colors. And in this, it achieved the effect I wanted to. Although in the end, with the sketch, I don't know that you see a lot of it, but that happens a lot with mixed media. So, and it is peeking out, so I'm happy with that. Next, I try to get all the goodies that go behind in this sketch. And I used my Cricut to cut out these chevron type shapes. And I struggle quite a bit with trying to get things the way I want them to. So I start with the chevrons there on the bottom, get the pictures laid out. There's an arrow that I cut with my Cricut. And then I just really keep on trying to get how am I going to layer this? So I brought in some of that yellow paper, um, just to give it something more, everything more to rest on. I have this random leaf out of my green stash, so I put that down. Um, I end up misplacing that food arrow from Nicole Jones 911. So here I am. I didn't bring a block with me for my stamps, but I have my cuticle cream, which works good for little stamps. So here I am stamping out the different shapes from that Ellie Studio stamp set. I get the circles, and then I think I'm off to the arrows, and then I trim them out because I'm going to use these in my clusters, and I want them in a couple different colors. Definitely the yellow and the green, and then I think I end up getting like a heart in the orange as well. And I was kind of at first I was thinking I didn't want anything like because the orange is up on top. I didn't want to put any orange pieces of paper up there. I think I kind of changed my mind after a while, but there they're cut out, and there's the orange circle. Then I mean heart. Then I get the circle cut out, and then I'm taking these small pieces of paper thinking I'm going to make banners, and I do, and I'm making a triangle right there. But I do figure out that I have those stamps that are banners with Ellie Studio, and I want everything outlined in that black um, strip in the black line so that it's kind of all similar, and that makes them stand out as well. Rather than just like if you had a color without that black line, it would just kind of blend in. So getting my papers, getting the stamps, um, using the cuticle cream again. Hey, anything can work in a pinch. I heard back when I was close to my heart consultant, at least someone said like a block of cheese or a block of butter, but this worked. I took the circle stamp from the Amazon pack and then just put some um, uh, interest onto the circle, stamping off of it. Um, Making sure it overlapped off the circle as well to make it that random look. And then here's where I stamp the banner and then cut that out so that we've got some definition to our pieces. I've been having fun playing along all month with Follow a Sketch February with Sandie and Scrapping Reflections. I'll have all the links below as well as the mixed media links. So I'm going to layer those up on top. And then, like I said, I wanted everything this similar and defined. So I just take my pen to outline like the triangle and the rectangle so that they all get a similar look. Knowing that it's not exactly the same because those stamps are so perfect and my little lines are not perfect. Cut the circle across so I can have two halves of the circle and lay them in two different spots. And then I just try to get those different pieces laid out. Again, randomly is not my best. I'm not the most talented in random. So, but I achieve it eventually. I do achieve it eventually. I struggle to get there, though. I really struggle to get there. And this is where I was like, this looks weird. So let's just take the end off the chevrons and give it more of a chevron look, which I liked a lot better. And I'm going to do the same thing to the one lower below the orange chevrons as well. So just, yeah, playing with those, getting them mixed around, seeing how they look the best. Fix that orange chevron. I eventually do outline the leaves as well, and I find a flower in my stash that goes with it too. At one point, I kind of walk away from the whole thing because it just looked not complete. it just looked like it was still lacking something. And I wasn't sure what that was. Ooh, here's a title. I try this. Um, it says An Abundance of Love. And I really like the colors of that. So I wanted that in there. And here's where I outline that leaf. Not perfectly. It is very much squiggly, and that's okay. I just still wanted to have that definition there. So this is where I walked away and I came back and I added that green background piece to the orange chevron. It really felt like it was missing something. You can see I have the green flower there now under that yellow piece. I found this green arrow in my stash, and so I'm just really beefing it up to make it substantial and look um, like it should, similar to the sketch, but just giving it some substance to make it look like it's finished, really. And looking for more stamps, making sure I haven't missed anything. I might be looking for a title here. Oh, I know what I was looking for. I was looking for that green food or that orange food arrow. That has been misplaced. I still have not found it. So I looked really hard for it though. I have that title of Right Now, and I'm going to get some of the stuff laid or glued down when I do like it. And I felt like it turned out random after all that, trying to get the yellow next to the green and, not really putting the same color on top of it. And I ended up stamping another orange banner so that I could get some orange up there. And then it's just a matter of moving things around, getting them where I want them. I love using stuff from my stash, so it makes me happy. There's several of these green pieces that have been in my stash for quite a while that got to get on this page. The oh, and here's where I was pretty proud of myself. So there's a Be Happy, and it was just a border strip that I used, and I cut up Be Happy. It said in white on that green, and because it needed that definition, I went over um, the letters in black. So that made it stand out. And then I'm getting the rest of these pieces down, trying to figure out where I want my title. Where do I want these leaves? Excuse me. And, oh, fixing up the yellow circle. Wasn't perfect. You can see how I'm using my fingers kind of to back that to stabilize it, to cut so that it's easier to cut. Those leaves end up coming back by that flower. It was a lot of green, but they just looked like they should all go there together. I wasn't sure where I wanted that title, but that spot right there creates a nice little resting place for the title. So I really like that. And here's where I have all this green here, and I'm going to leave it like that. I normally wouldn't, but I'm only working with 3 colors, and I like the leaves with the flowers, so that went well. But I'm getting this finished up. And then you'll see close-ups at the end. And, oh, there goes back the title again. It says An Abundance of Love. I have a couple titles. Right Now is also a title. Right now we have An Abundance of Love. And I'm also going to get those, oh, there's a yellow heart. And I've got some, oh, you never know where you want to put it. You want to make sure, right? These frames, I cut a frame in half, and because I cut it in half, I was sure I was going to get it on this page. It had to go somewhere, so I do eventually find 2 different places to put these frames. But I really hope, if you stuck with me through the whole thing, I hope you enjoyed this. I have had a great time playing along all month with the Follow a Sketch February with Sandie. And also, every month I always enjoy playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem. So here I am just finishing up that last flower, and that should be it. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I will see you again soon.